Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite has been announced, and since 2016, a lot of people have been speculating about who is going to be in the game. And I decided to create my own little list of characters that will more than likely fit among the roster of Avengers and Street Fighters. So guys, this is going to be one of 3 videos, this one being the Marvel side and the next one being the Capcom side. There is a third one, and it's a pretty special one indeed, but we'll talk about that later. So guys, let's jump into it. This is my top 10 Marvel characters for Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. At number 10 is Squirrel Girl. I mean, she's a little nutty, she's a little crazy, and yes, it looks like she's just wearing a furry outfit, but Squirrel Girl is highly underestimated among the Marvel community. I mean, she was able to go toe-to-toe with Wolverine, she defeated Dr. Doom with an army of squirrels, and she single-handedly defeated Thanos. I mean, whether you take her seriously or not, this is a character that can do the impossible. At number 9 is Scarlet Witch. In the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Scarlet Witch has easily become a fan favorite. Not that she never was. I mean, at one point in time in the comic books, she nearly extinguished the entire X-Men, the X-Gene, better yet, to dust. And she pretty much flipped the Avengers upside down. She caused pretty much civil war in some case or another, although there was other things that caused that, but she was mainly part of it. Although she is highly underestimated in the movies, in the comic books, she is a mass murdering atomic bomb if unleashed. So I think that she would make a very nice spot in the roster among other wizards and witches and whatnot that even Capcom has on their side. Next up at number 8 is Medusa. Medusa is a unique character, and I think the main reason why I really want her in the game is mainly because of her hair, and that it has a mind of its own in some type of way. I mean, she can launch it at you, she can suffocate you, she can pretty much break you apart with this hair. And she is one of those other characters that is underestimated among some of the Marvel community. I mean, with the whole Terrigen Mist thing that's going on between the Inhumans and the X-Men in the comic books, I figured, Marvel would be like, hey Capcom, we have this storyline that has something to do with the X-Men, and it's mostly about the Inhumans. So if there's going to be any type of X-Men involved in this game, I would love to see the interaction between the Inhumans and the X-Men, and Medusa would play a huge role in that. Next up at number 7 is Luke Cage. Luke Cage is one of those characters that when I saw the Netflix TV series, I was hooked. Not that I was never hooked to the Power Man, the Man for Hire. I was always a huge Luke Cage fan. And Luke Cage is a bulldozer, pretty much. I mean, he's not Incredible Hulk strong, he's not Juggernaut strong, but man, when you see this guy go toe to toe with some of the biggest and the baddest, he can do the work, for a price. And if Iron Fist ends up being in the game at some point in time, which I'm pretty sure he will be, I mean, he was in Marvel 3, why not have the 2v2 heroes for hire? Next up at number 6 is Sandman. Now, I know there's Venom, there's Carnage, there's Dr. Octopus, there's even Mysterio. Why Sandman? Well, Sandman, I tend to look at, he's like a sandcastle. When you first start, it goes small, but as you build up, it's huge. It's big. It's a colossal, big, massive fortress, and that's exactly what Sandman is. Sandman is a fortress, an unstoppable, sand in your eye force. I mean, this dude can shoot sand from like across almost all over, from like 6 feet, for example. Let's just say that. This dude can increase his size, he can change shape, he can cut through just almost anything. And if this sand gets inside you in any type of way, he can kill you from the inside out. Now that's dangerous. At number 5 is Black Bolt. Now, Black Bolt, ooh boy, Black Bolt. This dude can literally like destroy planets. And this is his power, hypersonic voice. I mean, yeah, he's a little bit of a telepath, and he's highly trained, highly skilled. He's like almost super soldier-ish in some type of way. I mean, considering he is also an Inhuman, and he also is the king of the Inhumans, and his queen just so happens to be Medusa, who I just previously talked about. So, why not have Black Bolt in this game? This dude's hypersonic voice could be shouted all across the world, if not the galaxy. If this dude was able to scream, he would destroy continents. He would cause mass destruction. So why not have one of the most powerfulest Inhumans in the game? At number 4 is Loki. Now, when you remember Loki, or if you know of Loki, you tend to think, you mean that guy that got thrown around by Hulk? Yeah, that guy. No disrespect to Tom Hiddleston's role as Loki, but literally he's been a joke and been underestimated. I mean, this dude has superhuman strength. He has all sorts of magical and teleportational attacks and moves, and plus he's very clever in the things that he does. I mean, he is technically the Avengers' first villain. I mean, why not? Without him, the Avengers would never be a thing. Plus, also, you would be able to not only use the regular character model of Loki, but you can also use the Tom Hiddleston costume, and if Capcom wants, they can use female Loki just for shits and giggles. I mean, who doesn't want female Loki? Next up is Black Panther at number 3. I mean, Black Panther, just like many other characters in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, have literally made an impact in the movies, in the superhero community at least. A lot of people love Wakanda. Everybody loves Black Panther. They love what he represents. He is a king among kings. And not only that, this guy has so many skills that even Captain America would be like, whoa boy, this dude is dangerous. So, and not only that, he owns vibranium, the same type of material that was used to create Captain America's shield. So his vibranium claws has the power, if given enough force, could slice through even adamantium, which is the stuff that Wolverine's made out of. But among all of the skills and different types of abilities, the one thing that I will say that this guy has that I don't is Storm. Damn it. At number 2 is Groot. I am Groot. That one phrase literally has people turning their heads. Everybody knows Groot. At least people who have seen the movies and read the comic books, they know Groot. They know who he is and what he stands for. I am Groot. That is it. That's what he stands for. I mean, what is his types of abilities, you may ask? I am Groot. I mean, is there anything else about Groot? I am Groot. That's all I can say. I mean, why not put one of the fans' biggest and if not most favoritist types of characters in the game? I think that would bring a whole lot of people to this game, even people who have never played a Marvel game. Groot would make them swarm. Plus, if you put in Baby Groot, oh my god. Capcom, you gotta do it. You gotta do it and just see what happens. Just roll the dice and put in Groot. And if he does like his explosive shield technique that he used in the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie, and then turns into Baby Groot, which is going to be in the sequel, oh boy, you're in for a fun time. Finally, at number 1 is Thanos. The man, the purple man in the big chair. That's right, the guy who just seemingly comes in every few seconds and says his couple of little words. The guy that'll show up at the end of almost every single Marvel movie. Yeah, that guy. That guy. It's about time that we finally get to see what this guy can do. If we have to wait another year for him, then why not showcase what this guy is capable of in the video games? I mean, he was the original boss in the first Marvel Superheroes game, and he was a playable character in Marvel vs. Capcom 2. So, what's the deal, Capcom? What's the deal, Marvel? Go ahead and put him in there. And plus, with the title being Infinite, you know it has to have something to do with Thanos. So why not? And plus, this game needs big time villains for against all of the heroes that is going to be in this game. I mean, the one thing that Marvel vs. Capcom titles tend to lack is villains. And this guy is the biggest villain of all villains in the Marvel Universe. So guys, that is my top 10 list of Marvel characters. Please stay tuned for my Capcom list and also my special list, the Fantastic Four / X-Men list that'll be coming in very soon. Hopefully before Capcom starts announcing a whole bunch of different characters and stuff. Hopefully I'll get done, and hopefully I'll be cranking out a lot of other videos too. So guys, please stay tuned, and thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, do all that stuff. Support the B Squad, support the B-Man, and I'll see you guys next time. Deuces.